Right now, we have Cecily Paterson in the studio. She is a mother of 4, an author and an editor, and she's also here to share her journey as a mother of an autistic child. His name's Cameron. We're blessed to have you here, Cecily.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, when did you first start noticing something was up with Cameron?
Look, his first birthday was a disaster. By the time he was 18 months old, he still wasn't talking. He was running away constantly. He was a really difficult child to deal with and was constantly melting down. I think when he was around 3 to 4, we had at least 6 to 7 major half-hour meltdowns every single day.
Because you had children prior to him, so you
I had one child,
right,
and I've got 2 more after him.
Right.
So yeah, I could see, oh, he's not doing this at the same rate that she did it. You know, what's
But
going
every
on?
child's different,
Well,
so how
and
could
that's
you...
what everybody said. Every child's different, and boys are different from girls, you know. Boys are different from girls. Well, it's not that different. So I took him to various people, and look, it was a long and torturous process, and eventually he came up with a diagnosis of autism, which surprised me. And then I thought, oh, well, that's good. We've got the diagnosis. Now we know what to do, and nobody knew what to do. So I kind of had to figure it out on my own after that.
So what did you do?
Okay, so what I did was we enrolled him in a really great therapy which looked at basically normal childhood development and providing an opportunity to relearn what every baby learns automatically, and that's called RDI, Relationship Development Intervention. We changed his diet, made a huge difference.
Right.
We did go down the medication route for a little while, but back on vitamins and supplements now, and it's, you know, he's really doing well.
So how has your journey with Cameron affected your relationship with God? Has it enhanced it? Has it?
I was pretty cranky for a long time.
Yes.
Because my life was really hard, and I couldn't see how any of this was benefiting anybody, and I was really mad, really.
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious because, yeah, you know, when you were saying that you got diagnosed and this is what we do, we went to school, it sounds like it's just a really straightforward process.
No,
but
no.
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
It would have affected the family dynamics as well.
Actually, kids with families with, you know, difficult, challenging children have a very difficult family dynamic. For example, going on family holidays has been really difficult because we can't find something that we all want to do, or he doesn't want to do it, or he can't do it. So, you know, all of those things, they really make a big impact.
So I hear, you know, the struggle as a mother with an autistic child.
Yeah.
But how have things gotten better or improved? What have you found in yourself as a woman of faith that have, you know, made you think he's been a blessing to our lives?
Yeah, he is a blessing to our lives.
Yeah.
He really is. He's adorable and very, very funny, and very, very rude, which is very, very funny because we all just go, well, we have to laugh.
Right? You've really got to dig deep sometimes.
It made me re-examine the idea of what love really was, and it's easy to love someone who's really easy to get on with, and it's easy to love a child who, you know, hugs you and smiles at you and does all the right things. It's not so easy to be loving towards a child who is really difficult every day. And so to examine the idea of, well, loving is giving anyway. You know, you can't expect it to come back. It was a really big thing for me.
And did you have much support from other families or your church?
We've had a lot of support from various people, more from different people and more and less at different times. Our church has always been fantastic. We're in a little church, and they, you know, they just allow things to be what they are, which is lovely.
I want to go back to the thing about what you were saying about love. So how did you what is your definition of love in the sense that how do you feel it? How do you find it now with a child who may not be able to show it the way people normally do?
Well, I just remember that God loved me before I was particularly nice. And when you understand how much God loves you, you can love your child. I mean, you love your child anyway, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you love them so much, you would do absolutely anything for them. And then you have to remember to show that every day as well. So, you know, learning to become patient, learning to go, well, that doesn't matter. The way I look like a fool in a supermarket doesn't matter. Who cares? I don't care anymore.
No.
I really don't. Many of the things that you're supposed to do as a successful looking parent, I don't care. I really don't, because it doesn't matter. What's important is, am I being patient? Am I being kind? Am I being, you know, loving and giving all this space to this child who needs it, and going back and meeting him where he's at.
And that's for all children, not just child with a problem.
It is for all children, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, I've learned to love all my children and my husband and everyone else better because I have this beautiful gift of this kid.
Cecily, you have an amazing life because you've got so much, time and energy that's spent on, maintaining a family. But you also you write a blog and you write children's books, was it? Do you want to tell us something about that?
Oh, yes, I do. Look, I've always wanted to be a writer ever since I was 8. And it's difficult for me to go out to work and get like a normal job because I do have so many children. And also because sometimes it's hard to be away, like I need to be there for him and for the other kids as well. So I write books from home and You
actually wrote one about your journey.
Oh, yes, I wrote that. That's a memoir, so that's called Love, Tears and Autism. And then I thought, well, I've always wanted to write a novel. This is after baby 4 was born, so,
Things to do.
Things to do. So I thought, right, I'm really going to do this. And I sat down and wrote this novel for young teenage girls, aged sort of 11 to 13.
Right.
And I've written 5 since, and another one's coming out in August.
Wow. So what do you cover in those books?
I like realistic fiction, so I can't do fantasy. I'm no good with mystery plots. I just like girls' lives, the friendships, the rubbish, the fun stuff, the stuff that makes them think, who am I? What sort of person am I? And I just make up little stories about.
You actually have this colouring book as well, which has got it's more reflections, more beautiful Bible verses.
Oh, that's good
for colouring.
Fun. Yeah.
You published this colouring book, which is really good. Like it's for adults and children, and it's got Bible verses.
It's
here.
very beautiful.
He is not here, he has risen, as he has said in Matthew 28:6, and you can colour in and
yeah, they're
cool.
lovely. They are lovely. And the funny story about that was the artist. I'm not the artist because I can't draw for anything, but the artist, she's a friend of a friend on Facebook, and I saw one verse that she did, and I just loved it so much. I fell in love, and then I couldn't sleep for about 3 nights. I thought, she needs to have a book, and she needs to have a blog, and she needs this, and I thought, well, I could do that.
But so, you need to have a break.
So no. Stay busy.
I like to do things.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
How do you look after yourself in the midst of all the things that you're doing, the book writing, looking after your children, being a wife?
The thing that I have to do is exercise, which I really don't like to do, but I've got a very fit friend who said to me, Cecily, you must get fit, come and exercise with me. And I went, oh, all right.
Blessing in disguise, I'm sure.
Terrible.
Just love friends,
And
don't you?
I whinge so much, but it's really good for my mental health. And I love music. I've started learning the cello and reading. Yeah.
I'm thinking about parents who are watching this who maybe just had their child diagnosed with autism. What would you say to encourage them?
I would say, first of all, courage and love to you. This is a big challenge for you. First of all, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Nothing really great and good is going to happen in the real short term.
Yeah.
So you've got to be prepared to, to keep going.
Thank you so much, Cecily. We've run out of time, but please, if you want more information on Cecily, please hit us up at thetabletv.com. Until next time, have a great week. God bless.